Comrade Danladi Sunday Oladele, was born on the 4th of September 1949. Upon completion of his secondary school education, which he passed in flying colors, he proceeded to Yaba College of Technology, Yaba, Lagos, for his tertiary education and completed his studies despite being a fiery student activist. Being a dogged fighter with non-violent strategies and methods, he fought for good 41 years against the injustice meted on him by the Yaba Tech management for withholding his certificates despite passing his exams. The Yaba Tech management withheld his certificate for 41 years. He secured several court orders mandating the management of Yaba Tech to release his certificate, none of which the school authorities obeyed till his death. In June 2021, the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, through its Committee on Ethics and Privileges, in response to Comrade Danladi Sunday Oladele's petition to the committee, invited him to a public hearing. He mobilized old colleagues within the student movement and the leadership of National Association of Nigerian Students to accompany him to the Nigerian Senate. 2 weeks after, the State Committee of the National Assembly on Ethics and Privileges re-invited him for another hearing where he had the rare honor of confronting the management of Yaba Tech before the distinguished senators. Seeing how the injustice had persisted, the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria mandated the management of Yaba Tech to release forthwith its certificate withheld for 41 years. With intervention of the Senate Committee, the management of Yaba Tech agreed to present the departed leader with the certificate at the next convocation, but unfortunately, he died 2 weeks after. Brief for the president of Nans. I know we have all collectively discussed, and I want to assure you that we are writing the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, who was also a student. We are writing the Minister of Education and the Minister of State for Education, who are students of this country. We are writing a state governor, the governor of Oyo State, and a host of others to ask that this great Nigerian who sacrificed all for the betterment of this country, whose justice was denied for 41 years and was fighting, he came to Abuja to fight for justice, where he met his untimely death. I want to believe by the time we put our heads together, the federal government must, I'm using the word must, because there are people of less national value that have been immortalized by the federal government. So the Nigerian student body is requesting unequivocally that this great Nigerian be immortalized and one famous national institution in this country named after him. And we as also students, former students and leaders, we still have some student union buildings that have not been named after individuals. We will encourage through the president of Nans that some of these institutions name their student union buildings after this great
employees of the student at all costs. They want to kill us. And I want to say this on the issue of the certificate. Since I became president of Nans, I was in Lalate, this same town that Baba hailed from. I was in Lalate because the student, the president, the speaker, and two other executives, they raised an observation that the management of the school increased their school fees, and as such, 5 of them was expelled. And I was in Ibadan. I went to Lalate. That was February this year, and with the glory of God, the 5 of them were reinstated. I was in Kwara Poly. A student has been expelled for over 6 years just because the student was having issue with a copper who came to the school just to serve, and they said they have a face-off, and this student was expelled for over 6 years. I was in Kwara Poly to make sure it was reinstated. And I equally, on the issue of the University of Abuja, I was there also. I was like the leaders have said, we have sent to everybody, because if you have issue and if you don't inform us, we may not know. Until you give us information, then we will always be there. I can say equivocally that this regime, this leadership of Nans, led by me, our responsibility is to make sure that we lead Nigerian students from the shackles and manacles of oppressors in all our campuses.